Commercials are typically a triple bid. So that means there's 3 directors that are bidding on a commercial. Once in a while, a job will come in and it's called a single bid. That basically means it's a company that's like, we really just kind of want to work with you, but you still have to pitch for it. Single bids are obviously like amazing because you already know you got the job. With photography, it's similar. If you have an email and they're asking you for your dates, you already have the job. You're not gunning against another photographer. You just get the job. And then with directing, you have to pitch against other people. At that stage, you would then take on a meeting with a creative agency. So there's you, the director, and you likely have a production company behind you. Mine is Groundwork. Shout out to Groundwork. So you're here. Then there's the creative agency who reached out to you. You then have a meeting. They give you the whole brief. Here's what we're thinking. You're looking at a deck together. They're explaining essentially what the brief is, what they're dreaming of, like creatively, and kind of what they're seeking a director to distill for them. And then you have the client who creative agency is working directly with. So they've already interfaced for however many months or a year or whatever to figure out what this commercial is going to be about. The client green lights it. They come to an agreement. They're like, yeah, that sounds like a sick plan. And then they go out looking for the director that can hopefully carry it out. Those are like the 3 bodies, essentially. At that point, you have like 5 days to come up with the most genius idea ever. And sometimes it's less. If I've ever gotten a week, that would be like a luxury. Everything is always like, can you give this to us yesterday?
Yeah, exactly,
you know?
yeah.
I've gotten 3 days on a pitch.
3 days is a lot. 3 days is like a week.
It's kind of fucked time.
And we just called you, like out of the blue.
Literally.
Here we go.
And like come up with the best way to do this.
It's my favorite. It's like, it's Friday. Can you get us something by like
Monday?
And you're just like,
bruh.
Those aren't real hours.
That's kind of a shitty thing about the industry, coming up with these genius ideas. But you as a director, you don't get paid for this treatment process. What goes into a pitch is I have a couple different writing partners, and then I have treatment designers. And I have a few different treatment designers I like to work with based on like what it should look like. But I've kind of gotten my team down and we all just vibe well together, and it's really amazing. But what I think is funny about it is like, obviously my team is getting paid, but as a director, you don't get paid to treat. So like you come up with the idea and you are in your pajamas for 5 days straight, writing, like eating Uber Eats, just pouring your soul out. If you're going to engage 3 directors, at least give them an honorarium. Even if it was $500, that would be nice.
Something for their time.
Yeah, my team, they get paid per day and they get paid well. So it's like it's thousands of dollars every time I pitch.
They get paid. Is that you personally?
They're either getting paid from me or they're getting paid from the production company that I'm working with. Yeah.
Wow. That's a real gamble on yourself.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and it's a gamble for the production company too, because they're like, all right, let's do it. We have 2 days with the designers. We have a day and a half with the writer, or 2 days. They're getting paid their rates. Me, I'm not getting paid for shit.
And this is,
but I've committed my time.
This is also like why production budgets sometimes are like so crazy, because it's like they're putting that bid in, and if they buy it, it could be covering like the last 4 pitches that they didn't win on.
Sure.
So it's like if they were just to pay you to pitch to them, like they're already like, we want you. We're just gonna give you a little bit of money to do it. And it kind of like alleviates that pressure of like needing to like make the next.
Yeah,
I know.
Well, I feel like you're right. It just helps so that you don't feel like you're trying to work for your next meal.
It can be very frustrating because of the financial and mental investment that you're putting into all these pitches. And of course, if you don't have the resources, if you don't have a production company behind you, you can do it all yourself, which I used to do that. I used to do everything by myself. I was laying everything out in Google Slides and writing everything by myself. Again, no sleep because I don't have a team. It's just me. I'm not a fucking graphic designer. I'll do my fucking best. And I've won high-level jobs doing all that by myself. Also, the busier you get, you do need a team behind you. And obviously, it just helps with working more efficiently. The way that my designers can express the vision through graphic design is way beyond my ability.
Yeah, you're trying to focus on the creative aspect of it.
On the storytelling.
And it's really hard if you're on another job and you get this offer.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's almost impossible.
And some of my writing partners, they've told me that they've worked with directors who literally they've never spoken to. They've just gotten the brief and they're just being told, go write. Or they will have like one brief meeting, but they just write the thing and then they either win it or they don't. I think that's wild, but also I guess I could see a world where you could get so fucking busy.